Welcome, dear listener, to another deep dive.
Great to be here.
Today, we're plunging into a story. Well, many of you know it well. A narrative that has resonated across generations. The tale of Mufasa.
A classic.
Exactly. But our mission isn't just to, recount the plot. We're using a fascinating source. Hey, Mufasa. From birth to legacy. And we want to peel back the layers, really discover profound insights you might have overlooked.
Right, things hiding in plain sight sometimes.
Think of this as maybe a shortcut to truly understanding the principles of leadership, that complex interplay of destiny and choice, and the enduring power of a legacy.
A legacy that transcends even death, which is fascinating.
Yeah, we're going beyond the surface to extract those, let's say, surprising nuggets of knowledge that make you well-informed.
Exactly. Our source material gives us this unique lens, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It allows us to analyze the why and how of Mufasa's journey,
Right.
revealing not just the events, but the deeper sort of timeless principles at play.
Yeah.
It's really about what his story teaches us about influence, responsibility, and, well, the surprising ways impact can echo through time.
Okay, so let's unpack this right from the beginning. Using our source to really dig into Mufasa's origins.
Good place to start.
He was born into the royal lion family in the Pride Lands, son of King Ahadi and Queen Uru. Simple enough, but the source emphasizes that his innate qualities, strength, courage, and almost inherent sense of leadership were apparent from his earliest days. But what does innate really mean here?
That's a great question. It's more than just a list of virtues, isn't it? The source highlights how these traits actually manifested in his actions, even as a cub.
Ah, okay. So demonstrated traits.
Exactly.
Okay.
Unlike his younger brother, Scar, whose birth name, interestingly, was Taka Mufasa, showed this natural inclination toward responsibility, toward connection.
While Taka-Scar was different.
Yeah, the source suggests Taka showed early signs of a cunning ambition, maybe a certain self-interest. Mufasa, on the other hand, was seen engaging with other creatures, showing curiosity about the Pride Land's whole ecosystem.
Like he was already thinking about the bigger picture.
Kind of. Even mediating disputes among peers. This wasn't just personality, it was the active demonstration of a future leader, maybe before he even fully knew his destiny.
And it's against this backdrop, this natural leadership you're talking about, that we see the first real test, maybe, and that friction emerges.
Definitely. His anointing as heir, even young, by King Ahadi, well, you can imagine, it instantly solidified the animosity from Scar.
Whose own ambitions were clearly threatened.
Right, but Mufasa's response here, it isn't just about accepting a title, is it?
Doesn't seem like it.
Not at all. What's really insightful from the source is Mufasa's proactive approach to kingship. His reign wasn't just about wielding power.
Okay.
It was about upholding the circle of life. And this wasn't just a catchphrase for him,
No, it sounds like a core belief.
a deeply held philosophy that every creature, from the smallest insect to the largest elephant, had a vital role. He actively worked to maintain balance,
How so?
ensuring resources were shared, disputes resolved justly, protecting the land itself. This principled leadership, rooted in interdependence.
It really contrasts with Scar.
Absolutely. Directly contrasted with Scar's increasingly cynical worldview, which seemed to see only hierarchy and dominance.
That distinction really does set the stage. So, moving into Mufasa's personal life, his marriage to Queen Sarabi, the birth of Simba, that obviously brought joy.
Immense joy, the source says, to the whole kingdom.
But also a new layer of responsibility, right? Mufasa wasn't just a king anymore, he was a father. And the source illustrates how he consciously shaped Simba, instilling those very values, courage, responsibility, kindness. How did he actually go about this? Was it formal lessons?
It's fascinating because his approach wasn't just through lectures, no. He immersed Simba in the reality of the Pride Lands, showing him the boundaries, but not just his limits, more as delineations of his future responsibility.
What he would have to protect.
Exactly. He taught through experience, demonstrating how a king protects, how he listens, understands the needs of all his subjects.
A very hands-on mentorship.
Empathetic, yeah. Designed to prepare Simba for leadership, which is, again, a stark contrast to Scar's manipulative whispers behind the scenes.
And Scar refusing to accept Simba as the new heir. That's when things really darken.
Yes, he began to escalate his insidious plotting, transforming that envy into a calculated strategy. trying to dismantle Mufasa's legacy piece by piece almost.
And the sources, they reveal this chilling escalation in Scar's methods, don't they? It wasn't just impulsive jealousy anymore.
You far from that.
First, we see these subtle manipulations, like luring young Simba into dangerous spots.
Right, designed to eliminate the new heir indirectly, trying to make it look like an accident, perhaps?
But then it moves to that grand, horrifying scheme, herding a massive group of wildebeest into a valley.
Knowing Simba was there.
Yeah. It's more than just a plot point in the story, isn't it?
Absolutely. You have to see it as more than just trying to kill Simba. It felt like a psychological assault, a deliberate act of chaos.
Aimed at Mufasa's world.
Precisely. Designed to utterly shatter Mufasa's ordered world, his core belief in the circle of life. Scar wasn't just taking a life. He was trying to extinguish the very essence of Mufasa's reign. The stability, the balance, the interconnectedness.
It represents the ultimate disrespect for that natural order Mufasa works so hard to uphold.
Exactly.
So the tension builds to this pivotal, truly heartbreaking moment. Upon sensing the danger to Simba,
Mufasa doesn't hesitate.
Immediately leaps into that valley. He successfully saves Simba, gets him to safety, but in doing so,
Mufasa himself gets trapped in the stampede, finds himself in terrible danger.
He manages to climb a rock, desperately trying to save himself, and calls out to Scar, his own brother standing right above him, for help.
That moment.
And what did Scar do? He grabbed Mufasa's paw.
Uttered those chilling words. Long live the king.
And pushed him.
Pushed him down. Into the thundering herd below. Mufasa was crushed. Died right there.
This scene, as depicted in our source, it's not just tragedy, it's the ultimate act of self-sacrifice, isn't it? Driven by love and duty.
Met with pure, premeditated malice and betrayal. It's the absolute antithesis of everything Mufasa stood for.
So following Mufasa's death, Scar seizes control.
Immediately takes the opportunity. He lies, falsely blames Simba.
Driving him into exile from the kingdom, taking the throne for himself.
Yet the sources make it explicitly clear, and this is important. Mufasa's story doesn't end with his physical death.
Right, his spirit, or maybe the enduring power of his teachings and values that continued to guide Simba.
Exactly. This isn't just vague sentimentality in the source material.
So what does this all mean for Simba then? How did Mufasa's legacy concretely impact his journey, his return?
Well, the source really illustrates that Mufasa's teachings provided Simba with a moral compass even during his darkest time in exile.
Oh.
The courage, the responsibility, the empathy Mufasa instilled. Those were the seeds that eventually blossomed into Simba's resolve to return.
So the appearance of Mufasa's spirit,
Yeah.
It's symbolic.
You could read it that way, yes. The embodiment of those principles, the reminder of who Simba truly was and what he was destined to protect. His father's values essentially became the blueprint for redemption.
Allowing Simba not just to defeat Scar physically,
But to reestablish the Pride Lands on the foundation his father championed, that circle of life. It really underscores that true influence isn't merely about presence, is it?
No, it's about the principles, the values left behind.
The profound, enduring values, exactly.
Wow, what a deep dive this has really been. We've journeyed from Mufasa's innate leadership, his early character demonstrations,
Right through his principled rule guided by the circle of life.
his intentional mentorship of Simba, being a father.
And ultimately, yes, that heroic yet incredibly tragic sacrifice.
We've seen how it marked such a pivotal moment, not just for his life, but for the entire kingdom.
And we've truly seen how, even in death, his unwavering spirit, those values he lived by, continued to shape events.
Yeah.
His legacy wasn't just a memory, it was an active force, inspiring the return of hope and justice.
It really drives home the point.
This story, through our source, underscores that leadership isn't merely about power or presence. It's about profound responsibility, deep compassion, and the transformative, enduring impact of integrity.
So for you, our listener, as you reflect on Mufasa's journey and these insights from Mufasa from birth to legacy, maybe consider this. If the circle of life philosophy applies to all living things, their interconnectedness, how might understanding and respecting the circles within your own communities or, say, professional environments lead to greater balance, maybe more resilience?
That's a powerful thought.
And maybe also, what kind of legacy, not just of accomplishments, but of the values you embody? What do you hope will continue to influence others long after, you've moved on? Something to think about.